All right.
Morning. Really good week of practice here. Just first week of doing show team, look team like we had, and thought our guys really handled it well. It was one of the best I've been around for this early in the season. Guys they're locked in. They're preparing hard and trying to soak in all the details. So good 2 days, and then we'll have another good one here today, and we'll be ready for game time. I know our guys are really excited about what's to come. Soldier Field, game one. I think it's going to be an electric atmosphere. So we're going to need that fan support every step of the way. With that, I'll go ahead and open it up.
At the risk of a broad question, what do you want to see Caleb do Monday night?
Win the football game.
In terms of his own performance, does it matter how he gets
all that matters is us winning the game. So that's all we need to see from our quarterback, from our offense, from our defense, from our special teams. We're just all we're focused on is what do we need to do to win the game.
Do you expect TJ Edwards to be available, or does it look like he's likely out?
He will be doubtful.
What about Jalen? What type of designation will you give Jalen
We
Johnson?
will see on that one.
What has he been able to do the last couple of days, or yesterday in practice?
In Jalen, the number of reps are increasing every single day for him.
And as you've established your working relationship with Caleb, how do you ensure that his commitment level, both here and away from here, meets your expectation?
I think we like to single out the quarterback. It's everybody in this building. We're professionals, and this isn't. Everyone likes to think professional football. It's still a game. It's still a kid's game. It is, but this is also how we feed our families, and we're dependent on each other to get that job done. And so, I'm grateful for the guys in the locker room. They all embrace that mindset. Everybody in this building, certainly when I see them, they're dialed in, they're locked in. I can't say enough good things about our whole roster from top to bottom. I've been thoroughly impressed from the springtime through training camp here into week one, how locked in they are. So, that's the expectation is we're all in this thing for each other. We don't want to let our buddies down, and that's the thought.
With Caleb specifically, how do you get that message across from, January until now, just to make sure that he understands everything that you mean?
For all young players in this league, you try to show the runway of what a professional looks like, and you detail this is what we need, this is where we stay in. Early this week, I kind of highlighted on a normal game week, day after the game, this is what we should be looking at. Going into a Wednesday, this is what the cut-ups we should be looking at. A Thursday, Friday, blah 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 blah. And so it's helpful for young players, I think, to see what that looks like. And more than anything, when you have a group of veterans like we do, they show us the way. And more so than the coaches having to lead, the players, the teammates, if they can show us the right way, the better off we'll be in a hurry.
And earlier this week, you said that how Caleb approaches practice was going to help you determine how you're going to call the game. Where does that stand today?
He's had 2 good days of practice, and we have another practice today.
And when you talk about the leaders, players showing the way, in what ways have you specifically seen that already?
Well, I think the guys at our locker room voted as captains. That certainly sent a message, at least to me, who they are looking at the most. And so guys like Tooney and Grady and Byard. I mean, I like Caleb's along there. Cairo, all 5 of those guys. They're great examples of guys that are doing the right thing, not just since we started the season, but throughout the offseason, the whole time. And to have that respect of your peers is a huge deal. So I think we have a number of guys that are committed to doing it the right way. I think that was the vision of bringing in some of the veteran leadership that we did, that we acquired, whether through free agency or trades. I could go down the road, but guys like Jonah Jackson, Drew Dahlman on offense. I've been thoroughly impressed with the guys that have been here, like Cole Kmet and DJ Moore. On the defensive side of the ball, I think Montez Sweat has been absolutely crushing it from the time I stepped in the building until now. Dio is a true pro. I mean, it's on and on, and I could list the entire locker room almost, because it's just been really impressive how these guys go about their business.
I know you said that you don't know what this offense is going to look like until you get a few weeks into the season.
Yeah, I say that. I do know what it's going to look like. But
I know it, of course, right? But what the final product will be. But what do you feel like going into this game is the strength of the offense right now?
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to give away trade secrets here. Listen, we feel really good about this game plan, and we're gonna do whatever it takes, whatever the situation is, to find a way to come out on top.
Ben, what being around, being with Dan Campbell for a few years, watching how he, whatever his mode was preparing for a game and on game day, are there things that you admire that he did that like you maybe shape your perspective as you approach your first game?
I've learned from everybody that I've been around, and you know, the good and the bad and everything in between. So certainly learned a lot of lessons there.
And what helped you guys to just stick with the running backs you have and not add anybody this week with some of the injury situations?
Yeah, I think I've been, I think, pretty open since I got here about Swifty and how highly I think of him. Manungai has really hit a stride there, you know, over the course of the spring and camp. So I feel really, I trust that guy at this point, you know, which is, that's a big thing to say for a young player like that. He tends to do everything right. I'm hopeful Roshan will come back here soon. You know, we have Britton Brown who came on late in training camp, but we were really impressed with what he did in practice and what he put on tape. And so we'd have no problem giving him the ball in games also. So we feel like we have a pretty good core of guys there. And then because we're uniquely set up to have so much perimeter skill that maybe the ball doesn't go to that one room as much. And that's the competition we have each and every week is where's the ball going to go? I've already told you that, you know, that's the struggle we have as a staff, making sure that we get the ball distributed to the right guys here and give them all a chance to showcase what they can do. So we have no shortage of playmakers. That's really in short why we feel really good about not just the running back room, but our entire stable on offense.
What kind of opportunities is for Hippolyte without TJ potentially going on Monday for him?
Yeah, no, he's really come into his own. I think he's a guy that he's really smart. He takes it seriously, really athletic. DA, that side of the ball, they've really grown to think that he's someone that we can depend on, even though we're going to have the bright lights of Monday Night Football on us. And so, yeah, I'd anticipate him on the field there on defense. He's got to be a playmaker for us on special teams, and I think we're going to continue to see that player ascend.
It's your first time as a head coach. Obviously, you're crossing into the regular season phase for the first time. What type of advice did you solicit and or gain from the time you took the job to help you handle the regular season portion as a head coach for the first time?
You're asking these deep questions now.
Saturday, you know.
Yeah, no. You know, it's to me this is why the preseason's been such a good dry run for us. We've had 3 games to really get the communication aspect down, what it's going to look like pregame, halftime, postgame, not only for us but for the players. And listen, I feel comfortable going into this thing. I'm surrounded by a lot of really good people. I can't stress that enough. I really can't. The coaching staff is top notch. You know, it's just the next step, and you know, everyone's got a first time for everything. So this will just be the first time I'm a head coach in a regular season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.